deserve tinnitus, so. But I remember some guy drove past me, and his car was so loud, it was like putting your ear on like a lawnmower, but like 3 times as loud. Like I didn't know that a vehicle could be that loud. I was normally around Gessner for some reason. I see them a lot around Westheimer and Gessner.
A little party area.
But I got so tired of like just like minding my own business and like one of those cars driving around, my ears hurting, that I got like the kind of headphones that people use at like a gun range. And it's weird because everyone thinks they're fancy. Because people are like, oh, that looks so nice. Oh, those look so nice. I'm like, it's just a
pair of headphones.
I'm like, they're $40. They're not that expensive.
Are they colored?
No, they're just these. I think because they're just really big.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if they would make colored. I guess for like the ladies, so maybe like a pink one, like with your pink gun or something.
Uh-huh.
But it's like literally like it's designed for like a gun range. They're like gun range headphones.
Wow.
And so now when I'm just walking down the street and one of those Mustangs goes by, it's just like an annoying sound and not like my ears are being ripped apart. But I can hear it, you know, if I don't have any music on, I could hear it just fine.
I always keep the noise canceling on when I have my headphones on.
But yeah, he doesn't know. Like I heard him, he looked like a fucking jackass. I know I looked weird. I mean, I was basically wearing these thick sunglasses inside.
But a jackass though?
Yeah. I just like technology. I was like watching YouTube. They're actually pretty cool. I definitely see them replacing computer monitors in a few years.
Oh, one of my friends, he got like these new virtual reality things.
Yeah.
Now that did a boxing thing on it. I was like, oh my god, this thing is like really real.
Did he watch your massage video?
My friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because you know you can watch this and it's made for VR, the one. Because I accidentally deleted the main video I did of you last time. I was very angry. So like the thing I put on TikTok was a screen recording of the 3D one. Because I have that one still. So like if he like goes to YouTube and looks it up, I'm actually reposting it as a compilation on Friday. But if he goes to YouTube and looks at it, it'll look like he's like standing right next to you, if that's what he wants for some reason. I had to put the camera closer because when it was further away, it was very creepy. It looked like somebody was just standing in the door watching you get a massage.
Yeah, I looked at my videos several times with my phone, and you just move the phone around.
Yeah. If you look at it in a VR headset, it's in 3D, so like you feel like you can reach out and touch yourself.
Oh, okay. I have to try that out.
You can't because it's video. So like unlike the games he plays, like the games he plays, that's called 6 degrees of freedom because you can move like all around, but you can always move. You can move forward and backwards. The videos are only 3 degrees of freedom, so you can move around, but like there's no depth. Like if you move forward, the video just moves forward. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. It literally it looks like someone just standing right next to you as you get a massage.
And then you had another client. I thought it was me. I was like, he looks awfully a lot like me.
Oh yeah. Oddly enough, I like ended up deleting his video too. That was because that was a while ago, and I now have like a 6 terabyte hard drive, which I need to replace because I only have 300 gigabytes left. But I didn't have like a bunch of storage outside of what was on my computer, and so like I was doing like a lot of like managing my space, and I just ended up deleting like both of yours, the what I did on my phone, and I don't know how. And then like dealing with the computer with the 3D thing, I had this one woman, I recorded her, And I didn't understand that with the 3D camera, it puts out 2 video files. Because that's how it makes it look 3D. It's like it's like two cameras right next to each other. And so I was like, oh, I don't know why it has 2 of these files. I just started deleting one of each. And then when I tried to edit it, it wouldn't open. I was like, oh, I basically destroyed like all this footage.
Wow. I'm sorry, homie.
Yeah. And then recently I almost thought I did that. It's frustrating. So this I will double, triple, quadruple check that I don't delete it.
My calves must be really tight.
Yeah, the other guy, he's not that much like you though. He has a very hairy chest.
I shave. Because I was confused. I was like, he looks like me, but it doesn't look like me. Is this me?
Yeah. I could kind of see that because a few times I've been just kind of scrolling through very quickly. And I was like, I don't remember taking that shot of someone. Oh, that's Robert. Okay.
And then I was like, okay, and then I just said, oh, there goes my tattoo. That's me right there.
And I didn't know that people somehow found you.
What do you mean?
Like on Instagram, you said?
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't post that much of you on Instagram.
Well, a lot of people found me from my TikTok as well.
Okay.
I post random pictures of me without a shirt on.
I see. Gotcha.
And I'm like, okay, it's just me without a shirt on. You're not getting nothing else. I'm not everybody else.
They definitely want to.
Like, you're not gonna see me in my damn underwear.
They want to OnlyFans.
It's not happening.
They message me all the time, asking me like for the OnlyFans or the Patreon.
It's not happening.
I try to tell them. I'm not sure if I've replied to the last person who asked me like, one, I just don't do it, but also like it is actually so it's illegal to massage someone nude in Texas. So like I'm obviously not gonna do something illegal and then record it. That's all. I know lots of people do that, but I'm not that stupid. So like in Texas, you have to have something on. Men have to cover their genitals and the gluteal cleft, and women have to have their genitals, gluteal cleft, and breast covered.
Oh wow. My friend was telling me about this massage parlor in Texas City that got busted for giving happy endings.
I mean, it's Texas. Houston is like the capital of the U.S. for that. No, it really is. Houston is the capital. It has a huge.
Well, that's what we expect from the 4th largest city in the United States.
I think the place down the street is one. I'm not gonna name their name, but I had a client come in and he was like, "Oh, that's not the kind of." He said that was a happy ending place.
My dad, that nasty piece of shit, he knows all the happy ending spots on the south side of Houston. It's like, how do you know this? Don't ask no questions. I'm not no more.
And I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense because only until it was only been until recently that they've even had one Google review. And I'm like, they've been open longer than me. Like they should have some more reviews. And then I'm 99% sure the place across the street on the other side of the plaza with the Office Depot was one of those.
Wow.
Because it actually, so it has, what is this? It says like the name on top of it is like Prime Arts or something. It's not massage. And so it doesn't even say massage till you get to the door and you see it has oh, this is like a massage place with all the windows blacked out. And then every once in a while I see like some guy like walk out and like just get into his SUV and dip.
Actually, before I met you, I used to go to Cloud9 Foot Spa in the Med Center.
Well, I used to live right next to that. I used to live on.
That's where I used to go. I thought it was creepy when I went there. I said, "Oh hell no, this is a happy ending." But no, it wasn't. I said, "Thank you, God."
Yeah, I used to live on Brompton. That's what I was trying to say.
Brompton, I'm aware of that area.
I was there during Hurricane Harvey. Yeah, I would see it. I was like, that looks suspicious.
I thought Cloud9 was suspicious because you had to like go in the back and get in.
Yeah.
I thought like this. Oh hell no.
Yeah, because I never saw cars in the front.
So the entrance is actually in the back, and I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, I thought about really at the salons by JC right there. It's a little hard to see. It's like next to the like little like mechanic shop. But I think my friend said now they wanted to charge $415 a week.
Oh wow. Everything's getting so expensive these days.
And they tell you like, oh, it's a really well off area, and it is. It's it's literally across the street from Western University. But it's like also there's a lot of places to get massage over there.
That part, yeah.
There's a Massage Heights down the road that I worked at for a week. They were just too slow. There's a Massage Envy down the road.
I would never go back to a Massage Envy in my life.
Actually, there's two. Because there's the one on, what's that, Buffalo Speedway. And then there's also one on Beach Nut. So there's just like, and then you have Cloud9. And there are a bunch of little Asian spas. Like, you can't throw a rock without having some hidden spa down there. So it's like, the charge $450 is kind of crazy. I mean, I understand the houses over there are like $1 million and up. But it would be a better place to do sports massage. There's more of a fitness scene over there.
Oh, West University?
Yeah.
Well, they got that big ass 24-hour fitness right there.
Yeah, I would actually be driving if I'd parked my car there doing Harvey. Because I had a car and I was thinking about parking in the garage. I was like, no, that's illegal. Don't do that. And then my apartment got flooded. I tried to save my car and it didn't. And afterwards, I was like, oh, fuck illegal. If I could have gone back in time, I would have parked my car there like really late at night, and then like would have said like do something,
What they gonna do with every damn thing flooded?
Yeah, well, I mean like before it flooded. Like if I would have parked my car there like the night before, I would still have a car. Because Brompton got flooded like really badly. Like the tops of the cars were like covered. And I tried to save my car, and I even parked it in front of that. I tried to park it in front of that Salada, but I ended up parking in the next to was that CVS or Walgreens? I can't remember. Walgreens. I parked it there, but I got out of the car next to the Salada, and like the ground was dry. Like I made a footprint, like right in front of Salada, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like the water is up to my knees on Kirby, and it's like dry here.
I was in Dallas for Harvey.
And then I tried to park at that cancer center, but the like gate was down, and then like this one person was like, "You can't park here. You don't work here." I didn't park there because of him. It was because the gate was down. I didn't want to destroy property. I really would have said, like, what exactly are you gonna do?
Crazy time.
Yeah, it's lucky you were there during Harvey. It was. I remember people were just walking outside and just screaming when they saw their cars. But at least now I can say I've seen someone like canoe down my street.
So in Harvey. RV hit, my apartment was on the 3rd floor, so I didn't get no water damage. And then my car was like in an elevated carport. So yeah, my car was good. But I also had an SUV too.
Yeah.
So it sat a little bit higher.
I had a Prius. It had negative space underneath. I mean, the Prius has so little space underneath. Do you know like that Kroger's on Buffalo's, not Buffalo Speed, on Kirby? Yeah, like I was destroying my car just leaving the parking lot because the Kroger's is so high up.
Oh wow!
And like the bottom of my car would constantly scrape every time I like left that parking lot. Wow. To the point where I just stopped going there. Like Priuses have no clearance. If you just spit at a Prius, you'll flood it.
I never thought they were that bad.
They're great for gas mileage. So the car I had before was a Mustang. And I had it back in like 08 when like gas was super high, like $4, before. But that was like in 2008 money, and I was working at Starbucks, so I was like traumatized. Because at one point I was spending $400 a month on gas as a barista at Starbucks in 2008. And so when I got the Prius, I was like, I just need something with really good gas mileage. And that car, you could drive, I think it was like almost 400 miles on one tank.
Wow.
And the tank was like a little under $20.
Good old Toyota, huh?
But they have horrible, horrible handling. Especially coming from a sports car. Like, people drive like a old grandmother's car for a reason. The handling is horrible. And then also like it tells you when you're like gas saving mode. So like because it tells you that, like it kind of like because of how white he was, and then my skin just looked weird because they're like I didn't realize that it would just see my arms. So you just had disembodied black arms like massaging this white guy. Like a really weird version of Skyrim.
I can only imagine the message you got on that one. I can only imagine the message you get on that.
I didn't get a lot because I've learned since I've worked on you a lot of stuff. Because I'm still surprised people found you because that was before I started putting people's like, and I like ask everybody, like I started putting people's Instagram or whatever on the YouTube video. I'll put Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I hope that guy didn't lie to me because I won't put anything that has like porn. So like I won't put Twitter or Reddit. And so like I've just learned so much, and if the person is wearing shorts, it gets fewer videos or underwear. Like this one huge bodybuilder I worked on, his videos don't get that many views. He's huge. Like that man is like massive. They don't get that many views because he was wearing underwear. And so like a lot of people are watching, they're kind of hoping they see something. And if they don't see something, they want to fantasize about seeing something. So if you're wearing underwear, then it's kind of like they know they're not going to see something. But if it's just a sheet, they'll like look at the like, oh, look at that wrinkle. I think I know what that is. It's just a wrinkle.
Well, your sheets is kind of almost my skin color, so it's a little bit difficult. I was looking at that. I said, your sheets is kind of close to my skin color.
Yeah, I've learned I have a small group of maybe like 2,000 to 4,000 people who do watch me for the massage. And then there's like a much bigger group of people like hoping to see something. Even though it's YouTube. And so more people will watch this because the sheet, and they can see you're not wearing underwear, even though they're gonna be upset because of the sheet. I would like you to tell the people, please tell them that this is a thin sheet.
It is a very thin sheet.
Okay, thank you. Did you hear that, YouTube? It's a thin sheet. Because people call it like a security blanket.
No, it's thin.
They get very upset, like, oh, I wish you would remove that huge blanket. It's like, it's a very thin sheet.
Look, y'all get ass cheek, leave me alone.
It's kind of funny. I learned, okay, so if they don't see underwear, their minds can race and they think they see a wrinkle.
Like, is that bulge? Is that bulge? That's bulge.
And my favorite are the timestamps. I just find those so hilarious. And they catch everything. So I worked on a guy, he had underwear on and he had an erection. And so I put a sticker over, which makes them very angry. Like, and like, I don't edit much, so like, I just kind of like went through the video, like scrolling through to just see, like I mainly scroll through to see, okay, I walked away and got some lotion. Or I went and got a tool and it took 12 seconds and that's just kind of boring looking. So like I'll edit it and stuff like that. But you know, like, okay, so I like was editing like his bulge out by putting a sticker over it, but because he was moving a lot, it was moving, so I had to make sure the sticker was big enough in the right area. And I got almost all of it, but like 1/10 of a second. And of course someone found that 1/10 of a second.
Wow.
Where he like moved really quickly because he was in pain and moved back. And you just like, and like, I saw it.
They're here for the sneak peeks.
And it's like, yeah, you can just go on Pornhub and you'll see a bunch of quote unquote massage videos.
You really will. What's it called? The lovey when they get to use their whole body?
So that is actually like a legitimate massage. The one you're thinking about would be the sexual one would be, oh goodness, Nuru.
Yeah.
Which it took me a while because people was, you know, do you do Nuru? I'm like, what is Nuru? And I looked it up in the video I saw. I just kept laughing. It doesn't look sexy. This woman was like completely naked on top of this guy's back, and she would
with oil.
Yeah, and it just looked like she was on a slip and slide.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
It was the weirdest, and I'm like, I don't even understand
I was like, is that even comfortable sex? Like,
yeah,
like I would feel so damn dirty.
It just looked like she was on a slip and slide, so she was just like going back and forth, and I just like, this is kind of just funny. But like, no, Lomi is actually a traditional like Hawaiian massage, and you do show a lot more skin because you do like the whole like one side of the body. So they'll undrape just like your whole right side of your body, and they'll do a stroke from like your foot all the way up to your shoulders. A lot of people really do like Lomi. Maybe I'll take a class to learn it. I'm not sure. I don't like doing relaxing massage. Because I've gotten a lot of Karens in the past. And people, I don't know. My friend says I'm judgmental. I kind of am judgmental, but I'm kind of not judgmental. But people say stuff to me sometimes, and I'm just like, I didn't need to know that. Like, a lot of people have just basically told me they're racist. I'm like, what about me, like, made you think that I was like, oh, it was okay to come to me with how much you like this group of people? You dislike this group of people. I mean, when I used to work at Massage Heights, I would have people, I hate my spouse. I'm like, I just worked on your wife like an hour ago. So it's kind of weird for me to hear that. She's a very nice lady, by the way. I hate my 5-year-old.
Why'd you have him?
Yeah, and this was a lesbian too, which I was just like, you had to work kind of hard to have the kid though. Like, it wasn't a mistake.
You playing that child.
I had one guy who was basically during the Trump administration talking about how the people in Louisiana didn't deserve help during Katrina because he went there and he tried to help, but they were driving up in their Cadillacs with their hands out. And I'm like, okay, like how long ago? Because I'm like, it's the Trump administration. Like, we went through all of Obama, so like this is like at least 8 years ago.
Trump wasn't even part of Katrina.
When I say Trump, the Trump administration, I just mean like it was that time, like that year, that era. So it's like Obama was the president for 8 years. So you were complaining about people in Louisiana during Katrina at least 8 years, after it happened.
Yeah.
Like, let it go.
People are so stupid.
I just had to hear some of the most horrible stuff come out of people's mouth.
I'm sorry.
It's interesting. You hear people and they tell you stuff that's like, that's illegal. That's a crime. I don't know why you would tell me that you're currently committing a crime. But I don't know, people respond to me very weirdly. Like on one hand, I'm aware that I have resting bitch face. Like I look like Kanye West's twin when I go out in public. On the other hand, like beggars like will flock to me, and I'm like, I don't get it. I know I don't look approachable. Like I know I don't look approachable. But y'all, like, I look like Kanye West, but y'all are acting like I'm Oprah, and I don't get it.
Maybe it's the energy you give off.
I don't, like...
Because I'm going to be honest with you, the energy I give off, nobody fucks with me.
Homeless people will do this thing, I'll be walking somewhere, and they will change the direction they're walking to force themselves to intersect with me.
Oh, wow.
And then I will change the direction I'm walking to not intersect with them, like if I'm in a parking lot. And they will keep changing the direction that they're walking and force themselves in front of me to ask for money.
Wow. Mine all avoid me, so.
And when people are like, you don't look approachable, yeah, trust me, I'm not hot, like I'm not delusional. I have resting bitch face.
I'm aware of what I have.
But apparently I just look extremely generous. I've had multiple people ask me for money. Like I had one guy in the parking lot of Rainbows in Midtown ask me for money, and I said no. And then another guy asked me after that, and I was like, so what did you think I was going to say to you after I said no to him? Okay, let's see. That's interesting. Look, your hip flexor is probably tighter on this side.